In the bustling city of Lagos, where the modern skylight meets traditional culture, lived a woman named Uchechi, known throughout her social circle for her beauty, wealth and ruthlessness. She was married to a fantabulously wealthy businessman named Chief Olisa. Uchechi lived a life of riches. The couple resided in a beautiful mansion in Ikoyi, with numerous staff to attend to every of their needs. However, behind the behind the luxurious life was a woman whose heart was as cold as marble floor she walked on. Uchechi's reputation as a wicked boss was well known among her staff. She was particularly harsh on her maid, who she treated with disdain and cruelty. Her anger seemed to have no bounds, especially towards a young maid called Ngozi. Ngozi was a quiet and hardworking girl who had come from a small village to seek a better life in the city. She was barely 18 when she started working for Uchechi, but her life soon turned into a nightmare. One fateful morning, Uchechi's wrath reached its peak. She had been in a foul mood after an argument with Chief Olisa, and she sought someone to unleash her anger on. Unfortunately, Ngozi became the target of her fury, accusing Ngozi of stealing a piece of jewelry that she has misplaced herself. Uchechi slapped her so hard that the girl fell against the corner of a table, leaving a deep gash on her forehead. As Ngozi lay on the floor bleeding and in pain, Uchechi stood over her, her face twisted in rage.
You useless girl! How dare you steal from me? Get out of my sight before I do something worse.
Uchechi screamed. Ngozi, with tears streaming down her face, crawled away to the servants' quarters. The other staff, fearful of Uchechi, offered only sympathetic glances but dared not intervene. Ngozi nursed her wound as best as she could, but the physical pain was nothing compared to emotional scars inflicted by her employer's cruelty. Days turned into weeks, and the incident seemed to fade into the background of buzzing household. However, fate had a strange way of weaving its thread, and a shocking revelation was about to come to limelight. Uchechi had always harbored a secret, one that even Chief Olisa was unaware of. Before her marriage, Uchechi had been involved with a man from her village. The relationship had been intense but short-lived, ending when Uchechi discovered that she was pregnant. Fearful of the consequences and shame of the scandal it would cause, she had to flee to the city and giving birth in secrecy. Unable to care for the child, she had left the baby at an orphanage, hoping that she would find a better life. Years later, after marrying Chief Olisa and rising to a life of affluence, Uchechi had pushed those memories to the back of her mind, never to be revisited. But now, as she stared at Ngozi, there was something haunting familiar about the girl. The shape of her eye, the curve of her smile, even the way she held herself all seemed to echo a past Uchechi had tried to forget. Unable to shake off the feeling, Uchechi decided to investigate. She discreetly obtained a sample of Ngozi's hair and sent it for a DNA test, fearing the results but needing to know the truth. When the results came back, Uchechi was confronted with the reality she had feared. Ngozi was her biological child. This revelation was like a thunderbolt, shattering Uchechi's world. She had spent months mistreating and abusing her own child, the very girl she had abandoned years ago. The guilt and shame was overwhelming, but so too was the realization of opportunity for redemption. Uchechi's initial reaction was to hide the truth, to continue as if nothing has changed, but the burden of her conscience grew heavier with each passing day. She watched Ngozi struggle with her chores, her face still bearing the scar from Uchechi's slap, and her heart ached with a new, unfamiliar pain. One evening, unable to bear the weight of her secret anymore, Uchechi called Ngozi into her private sitting room. The young maid stood nervously at the door, unsure of what new torment awaited her. Uchechi gestured for her to sit. Her eyes softened than Ngozi had ever seen them.
Ngozi, There is something I need to tell you.
Uchechi began, her voice trembling.
It's about your past, about who you are.
Ngozi looked confused but nodded, waiting for Uchechi to continue.
You are my daughter.
Uchechi said, the voice catching in her throat.
I gave birth to you years ago, but I left you. I thought I was giving you a chance at a better life. I didn't know it would turn out this way.
She said. For a moment there was silence. Ngozi stared at Uchechi, her mind reeling from revelation. It felt like a dream she couldn't wake up from. You are my mother? Ngozi finally whispered, tears welling down her eyes.
Yes, I am so sorry for everything I've done to you.
Uchechi replied, tears streaming down her face as well.
I was wrong. I have treated you terribly, not knowing you are really who you are. Can you ever forgive me?
Ngozi sat there processing the flood of emotion. Anger, betrayal, and sadness welled within her. But so did a desperate longing for a family. She had grown up as an orphan, never knowing the warmth of a mother's embrace. Now here was her mother, broken and repentant, asking for her forgiveness.
I don't know if I can forgive you right away,
Ngozi said honestly, her voice shaking.
but maybe with time we can start anew.
Uchechi nodded, understanding the enormity of what she had been asking for. She knew it wouldn't be easy, that rebuilding trust and a relationship with Ngozi would take time and effort, but she was willing to try to atone for her past mistakes. The days that followed were filled with awkward conversation and gestures of reconciliation. Uchechi tried to show kindness to make up for the years of neglect and abuse. She took Ngozi to the best doctors to treat her injury and offered her a chance to pursue her education, something Ngozi had always dreamt of. Gradually, the icy wall between them began to melt. Ngozi started to see glimpses of the mother she had always wished for in Uchechi's eyes. They shared stories, laughed together, and began to heal the wounds of the past. Olisa, upon hearing the truth, was shocked but supportive. He encouraged Uchechi and Ngozi to build their relationship. He welcomed Ngozi into the family with open arms. For the first time in her life, Ngozi felt a sense of belonging, a feeling of being loved and cherished. Uchechi's transformation was remarkable. She became more compassionate not just towards Ngozi, but towards all her staff. She realized the value of kindness and respect, qualities she had long forgotten in her pursuit of wealth and status. In time, Uchechi and Ngozi's bond grew stronger. They became not just mother and daughter, but friends. Uchechi watched with pride as Ngozi excelled in her education and blossomed into a confident young woman. The mansion that had once been a place of pain and fear was now filled with laughter and love. The journey of forgiveness and redemption was long and fraught with challenges, but it was also deep rewarding. Uchechi learned to forgive herself, to let go of bitterness and regret that has poisoned her soul. And Ngozi, through her resilience and grace, found the strength to embrace her new life, her new family. In the end, their story was one of transformation, a testament to the power of love and possibility of second chances. Uchechi, the wicked boss, had become a caring mother, and Ngozi, the mistreated maid, had found her place in the world, surrendered by love she had always desired. So thank you so much for watching to the end. So the moral of this story is that we should always treat people with love and respect, irrespective of their status or their class, because we never can tell whom the person we are mistreating could be to us. Please, if you enjoyed this video, kindly subscribe to this channel and please turn on the notification bell so that anytime I post a new video, you'll be the first to know. Kindly like, share, and comment on the story. See our next story. Bye bye.